welcome back to Storytime with Brendan. I am your host, Brendan. The intros are getting worse because I'm running out of ideas. But welcome back. So when we last left off, a bear had just smelled the top of my head in my tent, and I had thought, wow, I'm going to die, and I hate camping. This was a terrible idea. But I survived, and we went on with the trip as if nothing had happened. The next day was probably the most exciting day because we went on another hike. I didn't have to lead it. The other counselors led that one. It was great. Nobody could get mad at me. As we were going up and down the mountain, we had about 7 kids, 7 delicate, wonderful, just angels of the Lord who kept taking shortcuts up and down the side of the mountain because they're like, we see the path. We can take shortcuts. We'll be there much faster. And we kept telling them, no, don't take shortcuts up and down the mountain. You'll get lost. Turns out, all 7 of them got lost in the mountain. And we got down from the hike. We're starting to cook dinner. And one of the kids whose dad is helping on the retreat comes over to me and says, hey, where's my son? And I said, I don't know. Why don't you know? And he said, what do you mean you don't know? You were on the hike. And I said, you were on the hike in front of me. I kind of feel like this is a you thing. Turns out, I learned a lot on this trip about what you should and should not say to people. And turns out, you should not say it's a you problem to a man who has just lost his son on a mountain. So he gathers all of the counselors together and he says, alright, we're going back up the mountain, we're going to find all the kids. And we said, great. And he goes to his tent and he brings like a box. And he opens the box. And he takes out a handgun and he starts loading it. And I said, why do you have that? And he said, this is to protect us from the bears and the wolves. And I said, hang on, what do you mean wolves? Nobody has said anything about wolves for the last 3 days. And he said, well, there are also wolves around here and they come out at night. And I said, that stinks. He then started giving out weapons to the rest of the counselors. So to one guy, he gave him an axe. And so he's there taking like practice swings with the axe. Another guy, he gives him a machete. And he's got the machete and he's doing whatever the heck this is with the machete. I don't know. It gets to me. And I'm like, great, what do I get? I'm ready to go. I'm immediately excited. This is going to be so much fun. He gave me the safety bag. The safety bag was an old purse that his wife didn't want with the first aid kit. The first aid kit had a rubber ducky and 2 Band-Aids. And I said, why do I need to carry the purse? And he said, somebody has to carry it. It has a safety bag. And I say, but sir, the safety bag has a rubber ducky and 2 Band-Aids. Nothing in this is going to keep us safe. And he says, you still have to carry it. And so I flung it over my shoulder and I said, fine, let's go. Tune in next week when I tell you the rest of that story.